Severus Snape has always been an important character in the Harry Potter saga, but the final stories give him a completely different dimension. He's the half-blood prince, the one who killed Dumbledore, who ruled over Hogwarts, and who was hiding a far more sensitive story.
You have your mother's eyes.
After Lily's death, he dedicated his entire life to Dumbledore's plan and to Voldemort's destruction. He followed it to the very end so that good could prevail, even if it meant protecting someone he hated. In this video, we'll look back at the journey of the potion's master and list every moment in which Snape protected Harry's life. A gray character. And even if we cannot ignore the extremities of Severus, I wanted to pay tribute to what he did right.
Turn to page 394.
Let's dive into the memories of the potion's master. Here we go. Went unnoticed, but in reality, it made Voldemort's defeat possible. Severus begged the Dark Lord to spare Lily's life. Voldemort agreed and gave her a chance to survive. If Snape had said nothing, Voldemort would have killed her without hesitation. Lily chose death rather than abandoning her son, and that decision triggered the ancient magic that destroyed Voldemort, a decision she could not have made without Snape's desperate request. During the first story, Severus tried several times to stop Quirrell. He threatened him, caught him in the act, and even got bitten by Fluffy to prevent him from going further. By doing so, although it might have been in vain, he prevented Voldemort from reaching the stone with his servant. In any case, he delayed everything long enough for Harry to finish the job. During Harry's first Quidditch match, his broom is cursed by Quirrell. There were 1,000 ways to stop the game and protect Harry, but no one moved, except Hermione, who targeted the wrong person, and Snape, who kept muttering counterspells to slow down the broom. To ensure it wouldn't happen again, Snape decided to referee the next match. Harry hated the idea, believing Snape was there to sabotage him. But in truth, he was simply keeping an eye on him. An incredible indirect help happened during the dueling club. Snape is the one who taught Harry the Expelliarmus spell, a spell he would use countless times until it became his signature. A beautiful twist of fate, the spell that would protect Harry for years, taught by Snape. Even if Harry wasn't truly in danger, just busy chatting with a snake, it was Snape who removed the creature. We certainly couldn't count on Lockhart for that. Snape ended a stressful moment that caused Harry a lot of trouble. In the film, after Sirius Black attacks the Fat Lady, Harry overhears Snape quietly suggesting to Dumbledore that Harry should be told more information. It's a subtle moment, but it reveals more about Snape than it seems at first glance. A delicate concern. Harry was often left in the dark, forced to face dangers without truly understanding what was happening around him. Snape knew this, and despite his coldness, he believed Harry would approach things differently if he wasn't constantly kept ignorant. It's a rare moment where Snape lets slip that, behind the bitterness and the tension, he understands the risks Harry is facing. He doesn't show affection, he doesn't show warmth, but he still thinks Harry deserves to know more than he's being told. A small gesture, almost invisible, but another example of Snape protecting him in his own silent, complicated way. Even though things got out of hand and Snape let old grudges blind him, he followed the trio to the Shrieking Shack to protect them from Sirius Black. His intentions came from a good place, even if he let the past take control. Given everything they'd lived through, it was impossible for him to remain calm. Even though it was a disaster, partly Harry's fault, partly Snape's, Snape still gave him occlumency lessons. Dumbledore should have taken this role, knowing their mutual hatred, but Snape still provided Harry with useful foundations. It's a shame those moments didn't ease their rivalry.
Say a word against my father.
Weak.
I'm not weak.
Then prove it. Control your emotions. Discipline your mind. Legilimate.
Unknown in the film but essential in the book, Snape came up with the plan of the 7 Potters. He suggested it to Mundungus Fletcher and modified his memory to hide his involvement. This was during a time when Snape was believed to be a traitor by everyone. Yet he continued helping in secret. During Harry's 5th year, Dolores Umbridge expanded her control over Hogwarts, using fear and strict rules to force students into obedience. One of her favorite methods was Veritaserum, a truth potion she intended to use on Harry to extract information at any cost. But Snape quietly intervened. Instead of giving her real Veritaserum, he handed her a fake potion, ensuring Harry wouldn't reveal anything dangerous. Another silent act of protection hidden beneath Snape's cold exterior. When Harry panics during the confrontation in the bathroom and casts Sectum Sempra without knowing its effects, Draco is violently wounded, bleeding out in front of him. Harry freezes in shock, horrified by what he's done. Snape arrives instantly. With precise, controlled magic, he stops the bleeding and stabilizes Draco's life in seconds, saving him from a fatal outcome. But in doing so, Snape also saves Harry. Without his intervention, Harry would have carried the weight of killing someone for the rest of his life, a heavy burden. In the book, Harry is frozen by Dumbledore. In the film, Snape finds Harry and tells him to stay quiet, preventing him from making a fatal mistake by interfering. It hurt Harry deeply, but it was another way of protecting him.
Avada Kedavra.
Snape secretly guides Harry to the Sword of Gryffindor, sending his Doe Patronus to lead him to the Hidden Blade. During the duel with McGonagall, Snape subtly redirects her spells to stun the Carrows behind him before fleeing. A small goodbye gift, and a brilliant addition by the film. Severus Snape is a character of infinite depth. His contributions to the victory of good could be analyzed endlessly. I hope I've honored him with this complete recap. The potion's master can rest in peace. He avenged the love of his life and redeemed his mistakes, at least in my eyes. And what do you think? Let me know in the comments. We'll talk about him again someday. We'll meet again in another Harry Potter video. See you there.